no one is ready to face this reality. Even the most loyal army, who have followed every trail of BTS's Jungkook career from debut to the peak of world fame, were left speechless, transfixed, and even teary-eyed. A news that initially circulated vaguely in independent music forums was finally confirmed indirectly through the movements of the Golden Magne in the United States. Yes, Jungkook, the lead vocalist and brightest performer of the legendary group BTS, has just had a series of discreet meetings with world music figures. But it's not just for song collaborations like it used to be. This time, the agenda is much bigger, bolder, and could be more electrifying than anyone could have imagined. The news first surfaced when an international fanbase shared a photo of Jungkook exiting Rick Rubin's recording studio in Malibu. For true music fans, the name Rick Rubin is not arbitrary. He is the god of producers, a figure who has shaped the careers of many legends such as Jay-Z, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Adele, to Kanye West. The photo not only surprised, but also caused a wave of endless speculation. What exactly is Jungkook planning? Why did he meet Rubin personally, without the presence of an official representative of HYB? It didn't take long, the excitement grew. The American music media began to contain exclusively pieces of information that they dug up. From sources close to the recording environment, it is known that Jungkook has rented a special property in the elite Beverly Hills area to use during the process of talks with world music figures. Not only Rick Rubin, but also Pharrell Williams, Timbaland, and even, surprisingly, Paul McCartney. Yes, the former Beatles member is said to be part of Jungkook's personal agenda while in America. The question is, what is all this done secretly for? A reliable source who did not want to be named revealed that Jungkook is preparing something that even HYB's management does not fully know. Jungkook is coming not just as an artist, but as a leader of a new vision in the global music industry, the source said. He wanted to create something that was not just an album, but a movement, an artistic manifesto. This statement shook everything. Is this a sign that Jungkook will embark on a journey as an independent artist? Is he working his way out of the shadows of HYB and BTS? Does this mean that his solo career will surpass the limits that any Korean artist has reached before? Korean netizens began to stir. Large forums such as Thiku and Pandom are filled with speculation, debate, and anxiety. Some have called this a reckless move, even a betrayal of BTS. But not a few who defended Jungkook wholeheartedly. If he doesn't move now, he will always be called BTS's shadow. Jungkook must have his own light. One ARMY member wrote on Twitter, which immediately received thousands of retweets. Another clue that further strengthens this speculation comes from a mysterious post on Jungkook's Instagram story, where he wrote one short sentence, "Now or never." The sentence was uploaded against a solid black background, without sound, without context. But for those who follow Jungkook's inner journey and career, it's a very clear alarm. He's at a crossroads in his life. The emotions of the fans were unbearable. Many of them feel like they are about to lose something they have loved for over a decade. If Jungkook really leaves BTS, I don't know how my life will change, said a fan from the Philippines who posted a video of himself crying while wearing BTS light sticks. The video went viral, becoming a symbol of mass unrest. But behind all the chaos, no less astonishing facts are stored. During his time in America, Jungkook is known to have met privately with officials of major record labels such as Columbia Records, Interscope, and Universal Music Group. All the meetings were held behind closed doors, without any official notification from HYB. Even some of HYB's own staff reportedly did not fully know Jungkook's agenda while abroad. Another surprising fact, Jungkook is also reportedly developing a personal documentary project that will expose the dark side of the K-pop world, including the pressures, exploits, and fears experienced by idols over the years. One of the speakers on the project was a Korean musician who had retired early due to a mental disorder. If the documentary is released, the impact could be devastating for the K-pop industry, including its own agency. Imagine, the Korean golden idol, known as Golden Magne, is now standing in the middle of a storm of choices that will determine the future of not only him, but also BTS's legacy, even the future of South Korea's entertainment industry. What decision will Jungkook make? Is this a step towards true freedom, or is it precisely the beginning of a heartbreaking split? Some industry insiders said that HYBE was actually getting nervous about Jungkook's moves. They are worried that his increasingly independent move will trigger internal conflicts, especially when the other BTS members are focused on military service and are not ready for the group's comeback. The issue of cracking the relationship between members was again sticking. One anonymous source revealed that not all BTS members agreed with Jungkook's decision to go it alone with an agenda of this magnitude. But for Jungkook, it's not about choosing between BTS or solo. It's about choosing yourself. In a personal interview a few years ago, he once said, "Sometimes I feel like my life is not my own." The statement feels like a prologue to the big step he is now taking. It is no longer a 15-year-old teenager who enters Big Hit with modest hopes. He is now a grown man with artistic ambitions that can no longer be held back. In the midst of all the spotlight, Jungkook remained silent. He did not issue an official statement, did not explain the purpose of his agenda in America, did not argue, and did not say yes. But his silence is now not a sign of passivity. Silence is attitude. The attitude of an artist who is crafting a new chapter that is greater than popularity, stronger than fame, and more honest than an exclusive contract. When this news was written, a black car with dark glass was seen entering the building owned by Quincy Jones, the legendary producer who orbited Michael Jackson. Does this mean that Jungkook is preparing to create his own version of the Thriller? The world can only wait. But one thing is certain. Jungkook's move this time was no ordinary one. It is a tacit declaration, full of risk, full of courage, and very controversial. The army and the world public may not be ready for the consequences of all this. But if history is indeed being rewritten by Jungkook himself, then it's time we witnessed how a kid from Busan could shake the foundations of global music from the heart of America. And when that time comes, the world will remember not just his golden voice, but the courage that changed everything. The storm has just begun. As the public remains speechless at the pieces of the puzzle surrounding Jungkook's big move in America, new sources are beginning to emerge. And this time, more clues that could make anyone, especially ARMY, feel between amazement, anger, or even fear. Jungkook's personal agenda in the United States was not limited to recording studios and meetings with music legends. There is another dimension, much more complex and much deeper. The struggle for identity, power over works, and even rebellion against the K-pop system itself. The chronology of events compiled from various sources shows that Jungkook's visit to the United States was prepared more than 8 months ago, even before he began his military service.